From the CSI Baseball Complex on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet brings to you NCAA Division II baseball action live on the ECC network. Today's matchup features the D'Youville University Saints, taking on the College of Staten Island Dolphins. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicholas Pavona. I will be solo on today's broadcast for the final game of the regular season between the Saints and the Dolphins. Saints and Dolphins split yesterday's doubleheader, with the Saints taking Game 1 11-3, and the Dolphins taking Game 2 5-2. This is, of course, the McDonald's pregame show. McDonald's, one of our proud sponsors here with the College of Staten Island. We thank you for all their contributions to CSI. The Dolphins looking to end the season on a high note after winning Game 2. The loss in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, unfortunately, eliminated the Dolphins from playoff competition, so they will not be making the postseason this year. They'll look to end the season with 2 straight wins after winning Game 2 of the doubleheader, winning that one 5-2. Got a strong start from Christian Rice in that one. He went 5 innings. Dolphins bullpen did the job the rest of the way, and they were able to hold on for a 5-2 win. Offense for CSI has been there their last couple of games. They could use that again today, as they will send out senior Stephen Kalika on the mound. He is one of 11 Dolphins seniors that will be graduating after this semester, and once we are finished here on the pregame show, we will be starting our senior day ceremonies. I will be going into the room next to me and will be conducting our ceremonies today just around 11:40, so about 5 minutes from that. The Dolphins would like to send these seniors off with a nice win to end their collegiate career here at the College of Staten Island, and overall send all these fans and family home with a great win. The Dolphins got that win yesterday in Game 2. They would like to end it with another win here today. They'll be facing the D'Youville Saints once again, and they'll be facing a Saints team that had 11 runs in that Game 1 decisive win, 18 hits in that game, ending the Dolphins' postseason chances. The Dolphins will look to get some revenge from that game. They got it in Game 2. They'll look to continue it today and try to keep the momentum going into next season. It will obviously be a little bit of a different roster for CSI going into next season due to the fact that the 11 seniors are graduating today. So we'll have to see what Mike Morrow has in store for his recruiting class going into next season. And they'll be facing the Dolphins lineup, I should say, will be having a couple seniors in their lineup. John Castiglione will be playing, Nick Cipoletti will be playing, Michael Crocco is playing, Jake Myers as well, Shendi Ulaj as well. So a couple of seniors will be playing in their final game. You also could expect to see the rest of the senior class in at some point in this game, whether that be from the bullpen or just defensively overall from CSI. They'll look to get their final collegiate starts here at the College of Staten Island and end their strong collegiate careers on a high note with a potential win today. Stephen Kalika, as I mentioned, is getting the start today for CSI. He's coming off a rough outing his last time out against Stack on Tuesday. Was not able to get out of the first inning in that game. Would like to bounce back and end his career on a high note with a big-time win here today against the Saints. He'll look to get the Dolphins some quality innings here today, as well as give the bullpen a chance to get some good innings out. The Dolphins have had some issues the last couple of games when it comes down to their bullpen relief, and they'll look to fix that today. Kalika will look to give them maybe 5 to 6 innings today, get the win, and keep CSI on a high note going into next season's debate. We'll have to see what happens for the Dolphins. Looks like we are very, very close to starting our senior day ceremony here at the College of Staten Island. 11 seniors, as I mentioned, will be graduating today. I will be on hand for the Master of Ceremonies today for those speeches, as we are just awaiting the word from Mike Morrow to start that ceremony. It should be in about 4 minutes. Again, the word that about 5 to 10 minutes is when we'll start our ceremony here at the College of Staten Island. Should be a fun-filled contest today between these two teams. The 11 seniors that are graduating today, one of them being Stephen Kalika, today's starting pitcher, Frank Retzlaff, John Castiglione, Jake Myers, Angel Santiago, Nick Cipoletti, Shendi Ulaj. Then we have Dominic Castiglione, John Esposito, rounding out the order for the Dolphins, as well as Michael Crocco, Kevin Ryan. So CSI will look to send them out with the win today and figure out if they can take 3 out of 4 from the Saints in this series. The Dolphins took Game 1 of the series on Friday in a 6-5 win. over the Saints. Lost game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, 11-3. Took game 2, 5-2. They'll look to take 3 out of 4 in this series and get their 18th win of the season overall. Meanwhile, going to 10-14 in conference play. The Dolphins, as we mentioned, unfortunately were eliminated due to that Game 1 loss to the Saints in yesterday's doubleheader. So they will have to look forward to next season for some postseason competition. But a lot to look forward to for this Dolphins team. It'll be a little bit of a different roster next year. But the way this Dolphins team has fought throughout the entire season has been very uplifting for this team. They've shown a lot of encouraging things as the season went down the stretch. And they'll be looking to keep that up going into next season's contest and keep that going and try to get to the postseason in 2024. So we'll have to see what happens with that. A great crowd here for Senior Day at the College of Staten Island. Beautiful weather. Could not ask for any better weather here at the College of Staten Island. As some of the players starting to take pictures early on, as we'll be having family and friends join us on the field for the 11 seniors that will be graduating here today. And they will also be receiving commemorative plaques, courtesy of CSI Athletics, commemorating their time here with the College of Staten Island. Overall, though, should be a fun contest. It's been some very close games between these two teams. Should be another close one today. A full 9-inning game today for the final game of the regular season here at CSI. And once we get word from Mike Morrow, we will begin those ceremonies for each of the 11 seniors that will be graduating today. Some of the Dolphins hugging each other out by the bullpen as they are ready for what surely will be an emotional day here at CSI. Saints, meanwhile, will look to come into this game and end the Dolphins' season on a bad note. They'll send Harrison Lau out to the mound today. He'll look to end the Dolphins' season on a sour note and give the Saints a win today here. It would be the Saints' 20th win of the season if they were to get the win today. So we'll see if they're able to accomplish that. Mike Morrow is signaling to his players to get towards the dugout. So it looks like we are just shortly awaiting to start our Senior Day ceremony. Once that happens, I will take off my headset, move over to the next room, start our Senior Day speeches. The next time you will hear my voice is over the public address microphone, as I will be conducting all of those speeches. And then after that, we will head to a quick commercial break, and I will be back on the call for first pitch of the game today between the Saints and the Dolphins. Just awaiting the word now to see when we will be starting those ceremonies. Ceremonies were scheduled to start around 11:40, so it should be starting at any minute. And I think we are ready to start those ceremonies. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back on the call. The next time you will hear my voice is over the public address microphone, as we will be conducting our Senior Day ceremony here at the College of Staten Island. Welcome to the CSI Baseball Complex for today's NCAA Division II baseball matchup. Today's game features the Saints of Uville University taking on your CSI Dolphins. Before today's game, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take some time to recognize the Dolphins, who will be graduating following the conclusion of the 2023 season and are playing in their final home game today. We would first like to ask the Kalika family to join us on the field. Our first senior joined the Dolphins in 2019 and has appeared as a pitcher and a hitter at least once during all 5 of his seasons with the team. During his first season with CSI, he pitched to a 2.28 ERA with a 143 batting average against in 8 games, and he hit .309 in 68 at-bats. He pitched in just one game in the suspended 2020 season, but he was off to a red-hot start at the plate with 6 hits and 11 at-bats. The next year, he appeared in 10 games as a reliever and hit .289 in 38 at-bats. In 2022, he made 10 appearances, including 2 starts, and pitched for a 4.01 ERA, his lowest since his freshman season. In addition to his success on the mound, he is a career .292 hitter with a career .362 on-base percentage. Willing to play any position that was asked of him on the field, his personality is one that will be missed both on and off the field. Lastly, Coach Morrow wanted to make sure we concluded by saying, sorry about the turf, big guy. Our senior, number 22, Stephen Kalika. Stephen is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is being presented with a frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Retzlaff family to join us on the field. Our next senior has spent the last 2 seasons with the Dolphins and has seen work both as a starting pitcher and in relief. During his first season with the Dolphins in 2022, he appeared in 7 games, all in relief. In 2023, he has already surpassed his innings total from last year and has earned his first career start earlier this season. He has once again pitched in 7 games this year and could set a career high in appearances with 1 final outing today. A transfer who immediately fit right in with the team and has always played with his heart on his sleeve. Here is now our senior, number 42, Frank Retzlaff. Frank is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Castiglione family to join us on the field. Our next senior joined the Dolphins last year and has appeared in 21 games during his first year with the team. He had .271 on the season, scoring 12 runs and drove in 10 with an on-base percentage of .368. This season, he has appeared in 23 games, continuing to factor in as both a catcher and as a designated hitter. Nearly half of his hits this season have gone for extra base hits, and he has driven in another 6 runs in 2023. A player that has battled through injuries without complaint, he has always remained highly coachable and loyal to the program. Our senior, number 20, John Castiglione. John is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with a frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Myers family to join us on the field. Our next senior also joined the Dolphins for the 2022 season and quickly became an important part of the Dolphins lineup. Last season, he hit .319, scoring 27 runs and had 15 RBIs during his first year with the team. He also finished the season with an on-base percentage above the .400 mark and appeared in 34 of the team's 36 games. He continues to play a big role on the CSI infield this year and scored another 15 runs in the 2023 season. He is also considered by his coaches to be one of the best defensive second basemen in program history. Our senior, number 3, Jake Myers. Jake is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with a frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Santiago family to join us on the field. Our next senior joined the Dolphins in 2021 and made an immediate impact. In his first season with the team, he hit .317 and appeared in all but one game. The batting average was good for second on the team, and he also finished second on the team in hits with 26. Last year, he saw a significant increase in on-base percentage, and in 2023, he has pitched in 5 games and has surpassed his total plate appearances from last year. The kind of player every coach wants on their team, he will be missed and leaves behind a vacancy that will be difficult to fill. Our senior, number 14, Angel Santiago. Angel is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Cipoletti family to join us on the field. Our next senior has been a fixture in the Dolphins lineup since his arrival via transfer in 2021. Forming one half of the CSI double play combination up the middle, he has started 93 of a possible 99 games at shortstop since his arrival. After just 6 RBIs in his first season with the team, he has driven in 23 and 19 runs during each of his last 2 seasons. During his 3 seasons with the program, he is at .254, scoring 43 runs, and 22 of his 80 hits have gone for extra base hits. In addition to his accomplishments at the plate, his coaches describe him as one of the smoothest shortstop in recent history of the program. Our senior, number 2, Nick Cipoletti. Nick is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Ulaj family to join us on the field. Our next senior also arrived in 2020 and had his first season cut short after only 6 games. The following year, he appeared in 22 of the team's 24 games, hitting .261 with 16 runs scored, 13 RBIs, and an on-base percentage of .393. The following year, in 2022, he was second on the team in batting average at .383, driving in a career-high 30 runs and raised his on-base percentage to .447. His on-base percentage at .986 and 44 hits were also good for second on the team. Entering this series, he was hitting .372 in 2023 with an on-base percentage of .982. He is regarded by his coaches as one of the most consistent hitters in recent history of the program, and they are confident this success will translate into future endeavors. Our senior, number 24, Shendi Ulaj. Shendi is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He's also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Crocco family to join us on the field. Our next senior is one of those tenure dates all the way back to CSI's time as a Division III program. In his first season with the team in 2019, he had .280 with an on-base percentage of .362 and 50 at-bats. Since that season, he has proven to be one of the most versatile Dolphins in the field. Spending time both in the infield and the outfield as a defensive replacement, he has appeared in 60 games since his freshman season, including 18 starts. He departs the program this season with a distinction that very few will ever achieve, that of a 5-year senior. Always carrying himself the right way since day one, his coaches regarded him as somebody they could always depend on. Our senior, number 4, Michael Crocco. Michael is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would now like to ask the Ryan family to join us on the field. Our next senior also joined the Dolphins in 2019 and was a key part of the Dolphins pitching staff during that season. That year, he appeared in 14 games, including 4 starts, and pitched to a 4.58 ERA. After the following season was cut short after 2 starts, his 2021 season saw him start another 4 games. That year, he set a career best mark in opponent's batting average against at .283, and he pitched the first complete game of his career.
He started 5 more games in 2022 and has appeared in another 2 games this season as he completes his 5th and final year with the program. Praised by his coaches as a steady presence on the team since his arrival, he will be missed as he departs the program this year. Also, Coach Moore very much looks forward to a future trip to AC. Our senior, number 1, Kevin Ryan. Kevin is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics Chase Licata. He is also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. We would like to ask the Consiglione family to join us again on the field. Our next senior also joined the Dolphins in 2019 and quickly became one of the most impactful players on the roster. During his freshman season, he hit .336 with 10 doubles, 13 RBIs, and an on-base percentage of .412, on his way to CUNYAC Rookie of the Year honors. Each of the next 2 seasons were cut short as he appeared in just 10 games across the next 2 years, but 2022 turned out to be his best season yet. Last year, he had .402 to lead the Dolphins and finished the year with an OPS of 1.021. He was just 1 hit shy of 50 hits for the season and drove in 16 runs as well. The Dolphins have been without him for the lineup for half of the 2023 season, but he remains a consistent presence around the team. For his career, he is a .350 hitter with a .996 OPS, and as he departs as a 5-year senior at the conclusion of this year, this season has been cut short due to his injuries. His numbers still measure up to the greatest in the history of the program, and his coaches rank him as among the most exciting and talented players in recent memory. Our senior, number 21, Dominic Castiglione. Dominic is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He's also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. Now we would like to ask the Esposito family to join us on the field. Our final senior has spent 5 seasons in the Dolphins starting rotation, spanning both the Division III and Division II eras in the program's history. In 2019, he pitched to a 1.99 ERA across 12 appearances and 8 starts, helping to lead the Dolphins to a berth and the CUNYAC Championship, where he got the Game 1 start. Each of the next 2 seasons were cut short, but he returned in 2022 with a season that rivaled his freshman campaign. In his first full season pitching against Division II competition in the ECC, he appeared in 13 games, including 9 starts, pitching to a 2.42 ERA, and was named an East Coast Conference All-Star. Opponents hit just .212 against him, a career best, and he pitched 4 complete games. Thus far in 2023, he has pitched to a 2.89 ERA with another 4 complete games and 2 shutouts, cementing his spot as one of the greatest pitchers to ever wear a Dolphins uniform. Recognizing there is still work left to be done, his coaches could not be more proud of all that he has accomplished with the program. Our senior, number 18, John Esposito. John is joined on the field by family, friends, coaches, and CSI Director of Athletics, Chase Licata. He is also being presented with the frame commemorating his Dolphins career, courtesy of CSI Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's hear it for the class of 2023.
Cobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back from the CSI Baseball Complex for today's NCAA Division II baseball action between the Saints of D'Youville University and the CSI Dolphins. Senior Day ceremonies are over, lineups and the national anthem have been conducted, and we are ready for first pitch here between the Saints and the Dolphins. Stephen Kalika, one of the 11 seniors that was honored today, will get the mound for the Dolphins. On the year, Kalika is 1-4. Has appeared in 12 games, 7 starts, does have a complete game on the season, 41 innings pitched, has allowed 44 runs, 39 of those earned, 22 walks, 28 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .331 against him on the year. Kalika will look to end his CSI career with his second win of the season, as the Dolphins look to take 3 out of 4 from the Saints here today. They'll look to give him a strong performance, not only from the field, but from the bats. They'll be facing a D'Youville lineup that had 18 hits in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, and that 11-3 win over the Dolphins. Jeremy Glinsky will lead it off for the Saints here. Lineup as follows will be Jeremy Glinsky, Blaze Colbert, Ethan Hammond, Billy Morris, John Simpson, Craig Oliver, Hunter Nowak. That's the first pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-0. Alex Zimian and Dylan Crook to round out the order for the Saints. As Kalika misses with the first two and is down the count 2-0. That one misses outside for ball 3. And early on, Glinsky's got a 3-0 count. And that one's called for a strike to make the count 3-1. Mentioned it earlier, Kalika's last start was on Tuesday. So that one hit foul. The count now goes to 3-2. Now a 3-2 count for Kalika here. So he looks for an early strikeout. 3-2. Tie for ball 4. And the Saints early on have a leadoff runner. We saw that in the first game of this series. Saints are very patient at the plate. They do take a lot of pitches. We saw in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, they were not as patient, as they had 18 hits and they attacked John Esposito very early often in that game. Now brings up Blaze Colbert. That one in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Call for a strike to make it 1-1. 1-1. Again, blocked in the dirt by Castiglione. Now the count goes 2-1. Two-1 on the outside, call for a strike to make the count 2-2. John Castiglione getting his second straight start at catcher. So that one misses in the outside, and then for the second straight at bat, it is a full count for Kalika. We saw yesterday with 3-2. The Saints were running. Let's see if they do it again here. Glinski is in motion. Colbert hits this one to first. Step on the bag for Vigliotti is there in time for the first out of the inning. As Glinski advances on the hit and run there. Now bring up Ethan Hammond now as he has an early RBI opportunity here. Hammond has been one of the best hitters on this Saints lineup. And a hit right here would give the Saints an early 1-0 lead. As that one just misses for a ball, 1-0. Be a 1-0. And on the outside again for a ball, 2-0. So early on, Kalika's had a little bit of command issues. Does have a couple of walks allowed on the season. 22 coming into today's contest. 2-0 here. Call for a strike, 2-1. Spoke about earlier, expect to see a lot of seniors in this game for CSI. A bunch of them are in the lineup today. As Hammond hits that one foul to now make the count 2-2. Mentioned the Dolphin seniors that are in the lineup today: Shindy Ulaj, John Castiglione, Nick Cipoletti, Michael Crocco, Jake Myers, as well as Kalika on the mound. Count now 2-2. Hammond almost swung at that one. Did he go? He did not, and now the count is once again full at 3-2. So the third straight batter for the Saints, and they have another 3-2 count. First base is open for the Saints here if Kalika were to walk Hammond. 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And a good scoop from Castiglione as they did not have to throw the runner out at first. And there is now 2 away. So it'll be up to Billy Morris to continue the inning for the Saints, I should say. Morris got the start in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Got the win in that start as he held the Dolphins to 3 runs. As he takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Morris trying to drive in the runner from second in Glinski. As that one's inside and it's 2-0. Morris on the year has 37 RBIs. That leads the team. Would like to drive in 38 here and bring home Glinski from second. 2-0. In the dirt for ball 3. And another count for Kalika where he's down the count 3-0 now. 3-0. And that one's high for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk from Morris, and now the Saints have first and second. 2 away, and now John Simpson coming up. Dolphins now have to play at any base. Kalika looking to get something in play. potential second strikeout of the inning to prevent a runner from coming in. As that one is fouled off 0-1. Oh, 1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Looked like Simpson was a little bit off on that one. And Kalika is now ahead in the count 0-2 for the first time in the inning, and he's a strike away from getting out of it. 0-2. Inside for a ball, 1-2. Now a 1-2 count. That one is hit into left field. Going to be a tough play for Ulaj, but he's there to make the catch for the final out of the inning. Saints do get first and second on, but they're not able to bring home the first run of this game. We head to the bottom of the first. Dolphins coming to bat, scoreless at 0.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Michael Keogh will lead off for the Dolphins here in the bottom of the first inning. Stephen Kalika got into early trouble in the top of the first, but was able to work out of it. Now the Dolphins will look to respond by getting the first run of this game. As Keogh takes that one inside for ball 1. Dolphins lineup today: Keogh, Ulaj, Martin, Vigliotti, Weigel. That one goes foul. After Weigel, it's then Castiglione, Cipoletti, Crocco, and Jake Myers. And that one again going foul. Now the count goes to 1-2. And another foul there. Harrison Lowe getting the start today for the Saints. This will be his 10th appearance of the year, 7th game started. That one's hit into right field. That's going to go over the head. It stays fair. And Michael Keogh is on with an extra base hit. And he is in standing at second base with a leadoff double.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Shendi Ula.
So Shendi Ulash will have an early RBI opportunity for the Dolphins. Kehoe drilling that one into right field. No chance for the Saints there. Shendi swings and misses on the first pitch there, 0-1. Just mentioning Harrison Lowe's stats on the year. He's 0-4. Mentioned 10th appearance of the year now, 7th start. 27 innings pitched, has allowed 26 runs, 16 of those earned, 31 walks, and 23 strikeouts. As Ulash was hit, and he will reach first base.
The designated hitter, number 33, Thomas Martin.
And now brings out Thomas Martin here for the Dolphins. So Thomas Martin now has first and second, nobody out. Comes into this game with a .357 batting average. Dolphins looking to be aggressive early on in this game. As Martin hits that one, going foul. Count will be 0-1. Martin trying to bring home the first run of this game. And that one again going foul to make the count 0-2. So an early 2-strike count for Martin here. See if Lowe tries to make him chase here to get strike 3. Get the first out of the inning. 0-2. Outside for a ball now, 1-2. A.J. Vigliotti on deck for the Dolphins. It's a 1-2 count now for Martin. And he swings and misses for strike 3. A big out number 1 there for the Saints. As Lowe got Martin to chase at something in the dirt. Now brings up A.J. Vigliotti. Vigliotti comes in today leading the Dolphins in batting average with a .432 batting average on the season. Also leads the team with 4 home runs and 32 RBIs. Slugging percentage of .636. As he takes that one for a strike, 0-1. That one high for ball 1. Count now goes to 1-1. We've got the runner over at second. 1-1's outside for a ball, 2-1. Lowe looking very closely at Kehoe at second. See the infielders for the Saints keeping him there. As that one goes in the dirt and goes to the backstop. And now the double play ball is out for the Saints. A 3-1 count for Vigliotti now, and second and third. We'll have to see if they walk Vigliotti here to load the bases and try to get the double play ball back in effect. The infield now moving in for the Saints here. A 3-1 count for A.J. Vigliotti. And that one is outside for ball 4. So the Dolphins now have the bases loaded, one out. Brings up Vincent Weigel. Bases loaded chance for Weigel here. It was big for the Dolphins in Game 2 yesterday. Looking to deliver right here. A single could bring home 2 runs for CSI. So that one's on the outside for a ball, 1-0. Weigel yesterday was 3 for 3 in game number 2 as he took a big swing there. And it's now 1-1. He was 3 for 3, drove in 2 RBIs as well, scored 1 run in that 5-2 win. Would like to bring home some runs here. He hits that one to short, could be a double play ball. There's one, on to first, it's a double play. 6-4-3 double play turned by the Saints, and they get out of the bases loaded jam. Dolphins strand the bases loaded. We head to the second. Game tied at 0.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Craig Oliver will lead it off for the Saints here in the top of the second inning, as he's met with a first pitch strike from Stephen Kalika. Dolphins had bases loaded in the previous half inning, but a 6-4-3 double play ended that for CSI. Good job from the Saints there to get out of the jam. Lowe was able to walk Vigliotti and then get Weigel to get into that 6-4-3 double play, as now the count goes to 1-2 to Oliver. So early on, both teams have had their chances to bring home the first run. But both starting pitchers able to work out of jams, as that one is hit into center field. Going to be a long run for Keogh, but he's there to make the first out of the inning. Good job by Michael Keogh there to run that one down. And the start in center field today. Started there as well in Game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday. Started behind the plate in Game number 1. As Hunter Nowak is up to the plate, he missed that one, misses for a ball. Now 1-0. Nowak, the starting catcher for the Saints today, he's now met with a strike. Count now goes to 1-1. Shows bunt there, but it's outside for a ball, 2-1. The Saints are not afraid to show bunt. We've seen that in the 3 games so far in the series. So that one misses for a ball. Now the count goes to 3-1. Kalika now down the count 3-1. And that one misses for ball 4. So Hunter Nowak walking here with one away. Brings up Alex Zimian, and we know he is a candidate to also bunt. We'll see. Vincent Weigel looks like he'll be moving up a little bit towards the corner. Early on, 35 pitches so far for Kalika, just about there. So approaching the 40 pitch mark. Runner is in motion. Throw to second is not going to be in time. And Cipolletti did a good job but prevented that ball from going into center field. As Hunter Nowak is on second base with a stolen base. So now Zimian, who had a couple hits yesterday, has an RBI chance here. 1-0. This is high for ball 2. That one's hit high, but out of play. Now a 2-1 count to Zimian here. Here comes the 2-1 from Kalika. Zimian shows bunt. Runner's going to third, and there'll be no throw. Nowak got a good jump, and because Weigel was in, approaching for the bunt. No throw at third base from Castiglione, and now Saints have a runner 90 feet away from home plate. 3-1. That one's lined to second, and what a play, but it goes off the glove of Myers. Zimian was about to walk back to the dugout, so the Saints do get a run on the fielder's choice.
Now batting the center fielder number 2, Dylan Crook.
So there is 2 away. We'll see if we can get a second look at that one. Zimian hit that one on a line to second base, and it looked like originally Myers had the ball in the glove. As that one's hit high, but it looks like it's going out of play, and it does. Foul ball. You get a second look at that replay. And you can see it. Myers made a good jump to keep the ball from going into the outfield, but could not bring it down. And you also saw Zimian making the run to the dugout, but was not able to get to first base in time. As the Dolphins record the final out there on a line drive to center field, caught by Keogh to end the inning. Saints bring home a runner, still looking for their first hit as we go to the bottom of the second. Saints lead this one, 1-0.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
John Castiglione will lead it off for CSI here in the bottom of the second inning. The Saints lead this one 1-0. On the fielder's choice, Alex Simeon hitting a line drive to Jake Myers. Myers, unfortunately, was not able to bring the ball down, and it allowed the Saints to bring home the first run of the game. Dolphins will look to tie it up in this inning. As John Castiglione, early on in this count, is up 2-0. Dolphins will have Castiglione, Cipoletti, and Crocco up in the inning. Now it's there for a strike, now 2-1. That one's grounded. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Going to be a throw from Morris, and it's in time for the first out of the inning. A slow roller there, but Morris did a good job of charging that one and making a strong throw to first for the first out of the inning. That now brings up Nick Cipoletti here. First pitch for Cipoletti in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Now one call for a strike, down 1-1. That one hit foul. Now the count going to 1-2. Dolphins looking to tie this game up. Had a chance to get the first run of the game in the previous inning. As that one misses badly outside for a ball, now 2-2. Cipoletti now in a 2-2 count. He hits that one to short. Another play for Morris. He'll throw it on to first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4.
So Morris early on in the inning has been very active for the Saints defensively. He records the first 2 outs of the inning. And it'll be up to Michael Crocco to keep the inning going for CSI. Two away here, and the bottom of the second. As Crocco hits that one foul to even the count of 1-1. Crocco hits this one into left field. An easy play in left by Hammond, and that's the final out of the inning. Dolphins go down 1-2-3 here at the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. Duville leads this one 1-0.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Top of the third inning here at CSI. Top of the order for the Saints here. Jeremy Glinsky leads it off. It's up early in the count, 1-0. Saints leading this one 1-0. On an RBI fielder's choice from Alex Zimian in the previous inning. And that one is hit to left field. But Ulaj is there to record the first out of the inning. Ulaj did not have to move there. He records the first out of the inning. And that brings up Blaze Colbert. A nice breaking ball from Kalika there. That one's a strike to make it 0-1. That one just on the outside for a ball. Now 1-1. That one chopped foul behind the plate, and now it's 1-2. Kalika wasted no time here. So he gets ready for the 1-2. Now on the outside now to even the count at 2. After Colbert, it'll be Ethan Hammond on deck for the Saints. That one again misses on the outside. Now the count is full at 3-2. So another 3-2 count for Kalika here. That one is ripped foul towards the Saints dugout. Count remaining 3-2. Another 3-2. That one's in the Dolphin ball 4. So a one-out walk there issued by Kalika.
Now batting the left fielder, number 28, Ethan Hammond.
That brings up Ethan Hammond. It's now the 4th walk issued by Kalika today. Saints are still looking for their first hit of the game. Kalika looking for a double play ball here, though, to get out of the inning. He misses with that one for a ball, 1-0. Colbert is getting a good lead, though, at first base. The 1-0. It's outside for a ball, 2-0. So Kalika has missed with his last couple of pitches and will now look to find a strike here. Behind the count here, 2-0. And he misses in the dirt, and now it's 3-0. Kalika now down the count 3-0. Trying to avoid a second straight walk. And he gets that one in there for a strike, now 3-1. And Hammond thought that was ball 4, but it's a strike. And now the count is full at 3-2. Three and 2. Let's see if the runner Colbert does go in motion here. And Kalika steps off the mound. Three-two. Runner is in motion. And that one's in the dirt for ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Kalika. And now the Saints have first and second with one away. Now bring up Billy Morris. Morris, one of 5 Saints that have gotten on base due to a walk. That last walk there for Kalika was number 5. Morris drills that one through the left side for the first hit of the game for the Saints. And now Ulaj misplays the ball in left field. That will allow 1 run to score. Here comes the second runner. It will be a 2-run scored for the Saints there, and it's now a 3-0 game. That one will go down as a single and an error on the play for the Dolphins. And it's an early 3-0 lead for Duville. Ulaj was driving in on the play, trying to prevent the runner from scoring from third. But because of that, misplayed the ball in left field, and it allowed 2 runs to score for Duville. That one is hit into center field. Keogh tracks that one down, makes the play, and he holds the runner at second on a good strong throw, and there's now 2 away. So now 2 away in the inning. Craig Oliver will try to bring home the runner from second. That one misses on the outside for a ball, 1-0. Looks like Frank Retzlaff is up in the Dolphin bullpen. So there's a good breaking ball there to make the count 1-1. That one hit foul, and now it's 1-2. So Kalika a strike away from keeping this a 3-run deficit going into the bottom of the third inning. See if he can get it here with a 1-2. And a good breaking ball again from Kalika, and he gets that strike 3 to end the inning. So Stephen Kalika does get that final out with a strikeout, but not before the Saints score 2 runs on the single and the error. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Saints now lead this one 3-0.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Jake Myers will lead it off here at the bottom of the third inning for the Dolphins. They now trail this one 3-0. Untimely error in the field costing the Dolphins 2 runs in the previous half inning. To try to cut into the deficit here. His first pitch from Lowe misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Beat 9-1-2 from CSI here. Myers, Keogh, and Ulaj. That one again misses for a ball. Now 2-0. Lowe does have more walks than strikeouts on the season, so if the Dolphins are able to work the count, they might have a chance to get back into this game. And now a 3-0 count for Myers. We'll see if Frank Retzlaff will be the new Dolphin pitcher in the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 to Myers. And that one misses for a ball for ball 4. And the Dolphins have an early leadoff runner on the walk.
Now batting the center fielder, number 8, Michael Kehoe.
Now it brings up the top of the lineup for CSI with Michael Kehoe. So a chance for CSI as they try to get back into this game. Now it misses for a ball 1-0. So Lowe has missed with his first 5 pitches of the inning. As he checks Myers at first base, but he's back in time. One 1-0 to Kehoe. That one's grounded to third. Could be a double play ball. There's one. On to first. It's a double play. Another double play turned by the Saints. This time 5-4-3. And there's now 2 away. And that brings up Shendi Ulaj here now with 2 away. Colbert to Oliver to Simpson on that double play there. Once again, when it looked like the Dolphins would maybe get something going in the inning, the double play ball once again strikes for them. And now quickly 2 away. This count now goes to 1-1 on the strike there. Ulaj was hit by a pitch his last time up. And he's now down the count 1-2. The 1-2 to Ulaj. He hits this one into left field, and it drops in for a base hit. So the Dolphins keep the inning going with the 2-out single from Ulaj. Their second hit of the game.
Number 33, Thomas Martin.
That brings up now Thomas Martin. No chance in left field for him, and he tried to make the play, but it fell just in front of him. As Martin takes that one for a ball, 1-0. Martin went down swinging his first time up. And he's ahead of the count now, 2-0. If he was able to get on base, the Dolphins would bring the tying run to the plate. (2-0). In there for a strike now, 2-1. And that one misses low for ball 3. Martin now ahead in the count, 3-1. Chance here to get on with a walk and bring the tying run as they check Ulaj at first, but he's back in time. It'd be a 3-1 from Lowe. And that one's in there for a strike to now work the count full at 3-2. Now this next pitch, Ulaj will be in motion. So if Martin was able to get something into the gap, that could bring him home. Ulaj in motion, 3-2. It's high for ball 4. So good at bat by Martin there. He works the walk. Now gives A.J. Vigliotti to the plate as the tying run for CSI. Mentioned earlier, he leads the team in RBIs and in home runs. One big swing here, and the game will be tied to 3. He's got first and second with 2 away. Worked a walk his first time up. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Two away of the inning, first and second for the Dolphins. That one in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. Good job by Nowak there to prevent the runners from advancing. Saints do have to play at any base here if they were to get the final out of this inning. That one inside. Bigliotti had to get out of the way there. Count now goes 2-1. Two and one now the count. And that one's in there for a strike, and the count now is even at 2-2. So a big pitch here. 2-2. 2 away. Dolphins have the tying run at the plate. Lau looking for a strikeout to get out of the inning. And Bigliotti just gets a piece of that one to keep the inning going. Count remains 2-2. And that one's on the outside for ball 3. So another full count here. And once again, the Dolphins will have the runners in motion. And something into the gap could bring home both of those runners. It'll be a 3-2. And he checks the runners. Three and two. Runners are in motion. And that one's on the outside for ball 4. So another good at bat from Bigliotti there. Once again works a walk. And for the second time, Vincent Weigel comes up with the bases loaded. And that will spark a mound visit for the Saints here. Weigel last time had the bases loaded 1 away and grounded into an inning-ending double play. You know he would love to make up for that in this at-bat here to give the Dolphins their first runs of the game. A single certainly could bring home 2. Huge chance for CSI here to get back into this game. First pitch. Now it's in the dirt, and a good job by Nowak to keep it in front of him for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. That one is drilled into right field, but it's going foul. Weigel had a big 2 RBI hit in yesterday's game. Good for another 2 RBI hit here to make this a 1-run game. He's got the count at 1-1. And he's half-hearted swing hit there, but it's still called for a strike, and now it's 1-2. So now 1-2 in the count. Weigel trying to protect the plate here, keep the inning going for CSI. The 1-2. That one's chopped up the middle. Morris makes a dive. Can he get it the second in time? He does not. Bigliotti is safe at second, and the Dolphins get their first run of the game. It's 3-1. That was a tough play from Morris, and a heads-up job by him to make the dive to prevent the ball from going into the outfield. But unfortunately for him there, they just could not get the out, as Bigliotti just reaching second to give CSI their first run of this game. Here's a second look on the replay. Morris makes a great dive, and Bigliotti just by a couple of inches got into second base. Now another bases loaded opportunity, and this time for John Castiglione. I believe they're looking at Morris, who made the diving play towards second base bag. Looked a little bit shaken up on the play. But it seems like he's going to stay in the game. Morris, early on in this game, has been very good defensively for the Saints. Almost made an unbelievable play there to prevent any runs from coming in. So the Dolphins have bases loaded again. 2 away still. And John Castiglione could potentially tie this game with a base hit. And he takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. You see CSI now their third hit of the day, and that infield hit from Weigel. That one is drilled into right field. That could go over the head of the right fielder. It's out of here. It is gone. It's a grand slam for John Castiglione, and the Dolphins lead this one. It's 5-3. That ball just kept carrying into right field. And on senior day, what a way for Castiglione to make a big impact with a grand slam to give the Dolphins the lead. Here's a second look at that one. John Castiglione with a big-time grand slam into right field for his second home run of the season. Talk about new life for the Dolphins right there. They now lead this one 5-3. A 5-run bottom of the third inning for the Dolphins. And now Cipoletti at the plate for the Dolphins, and he takes that one high for ball 1. And that one misses low for ball 2. Big time innings from CSI. And that one's inside for ball 3. And keep in mind, the Dolphins have done all of this with 2 outs in the inning. A huge 2-out rally from CSI. Cipoletti foul tips that one in the glove, so he did get the green light there. Count now goes to 3-1. John Castiglione, he gets the curtain call. A well-deserved curtain call there, as that one's called for a strike to now work the count full at 3-2. John was one of 11 seniors honored today for our senior day ceremony. Makes a huge impact with that grand slam as Cipoletti swings and misses to that one in the dirt for strike 3. but not before the Dolphins attack for 5 runs. The biggest of those, the grand slam from John Castiglione. We head to the top of the 4th. CSI now leads this one 5-3.
For me, just kind of was the glue that kept my family together, I feel like. I don't know what it was that drew me in, but after I started playing for a while and started seeing some early success as a little kid, to see how much it meant to my parents to see me play the game and try to make a difference was really what fueled me to keep playing and stay competitive. Being a triple major is not necessarily easy, but at the same time, it is what you make it. Being a tighter-knit university, I have a lot of classes with the same professors, so they know me pretty well. I think it's that personal relationship that really helped me to thrive as a student. I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Count now is 1-1 for Hunter Nowak. As we are now in the top of the 4th inning here at CSI, and the Dolphins now lead this one 5-3. 4 of those 5 runs coming off the grand slam from John Castiglione. Senior got a curtain call once he got to the dugout, and it was a well-deserved curtain call as Kalika gets a strikeout to lead off the top of the 4th inning. And you could see it. That grand slam has certainly sparked the Dolphins back into this game. Down 3 runs in that bottom of the 3rd inning, 2 outs, and the Dolphins were able to get 5 runs to take the lead. Ulaj got on with a single. Martin and Vigliotti walked. Weigel got the infield hit, and then the grand slam from Castiglione. As that one hits Simeon, and he's on first base. So that will now bring the tying run to the plate for D'Youville. And that tying run will be Dylan Crook. They'll keep Weigel in at the corner. As Crook was bunting a lot in these first 3 games. Could potentially do it again here. And he does. And that's a good bunt. And the Dolphins will have no play. A beautifully executed bunt single for Crook. And now the Saints will have the go-ahead runner at the plate. And they'll bring the top of the order up, and Jeremy Glinsky. Myers was playing towards the bag. And that prevented him from making the play on the bunt. As Glinsky takes that one in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Saints looking to silence the Dolphins here and take back the lead as there's a strike to make it 1-1. Frank Retzlaff is still up in the Dolphin bullpen. We'll see how much longer Kalika is out there for CSI. Allen's on the outside for a ball, now 2-1. That one's in there for a strike, and now 2-2. So Kalika a strike away from a big-time second out. Double play ball also would help the Dolphins in this scenario. See if he can get either one of those. He's got a 2-2 here to Glinsky. That one's chopped down the third base line, foul. Still 2-2. Count remaining 2-2 for Glinsky here. And a good breaking ball from Kalika, and Glinsky was out in front on that one. He chops that one foul once again towards the Dolphins' dugout. He was looking for a fastball there, and Kalika once again looking for a strikeout on an off-speed pitch. Count still 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And it hit Glinsky. And now the bases are loaded here with one away. Another off-speed pitch from Kalika there. And it looks like, if anything, it grazed Glinsky off his arm. So now the bases are loaded with one away. Brings up Blaze Colbert here. 0 for 1 the day with a walk. Scored one of the runs for the Saints. As Mike Morrow will now go to the mound to talk to his pitcher, Stephen Kalika. This is a big spot here. A single for Colbert will tie the game. Dolphins are a double play ball away from getting out of the inning. Mike Morrow giving some words of encouragement for his senior. You know, he wants to get out of this inning unscathed and keep this a 5-3 lead for the Dolphins heading into the bottom of the fourth inning. Count is 1-1 for Kalika, 1-0 for Kalika. Looking for a double play. That one's hit into center field. That should bring home a run. Keogh makes the play. The run will score for the Saints. It's a sac fly for Colbert, and it's now a 5-4 game. So Keogh did do a good job of preventing any other runners from advancing on the throw. So it'll be first and second, 2 away for Ethan Hammond. Now a 5-4 lead for the Dolphins on the sacrifice fly. A single here for Hammond would tie the game. He hits that one high. Is it still in play? Did he catch that? He did! John Castiglione is having himself a day. What an unbelievable catch to end the inning. Now, unfortunately, from where we're positioned, you're not really going to be able to get a good look of Castiglione making that catch. But that's an unbelievable play, sliding in towards the backstop, and he's able to record the final out of the inning. What a job by Castiglione there as he records the final out of the top of the fourth inning. D'Youville does get a run, but does strand 2 runners on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Staten Island leads this one, 5-4.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Michael Krocko will lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth inning from CSI. Dolphins' lead now is 5-4. John Casiglio making an unbelievable catch behind home plate to record the final out of the top of the fourth inning. He has certainly had himself a game so far, as that one's in there for a strike 0-1. Dolphins in the inning will have 8, 9, and 1. Krocko, Myers, and Kehoe. That one's on the outside for a ball, 1-1. Casiglio's final game here with the Dolphins. He has certainly made an impact. The grand slam to give the Dolphins the lead. The sliding catch to end the inning. Could not ask more from your senior there. It's Krocko now behind in the count 1-2. On the outside for a ball now 2-2. Krocko officially 0 for 1 on the day. And he's now worked the count full to 3-2. Full count 3-2. And Krocko swings and misses at the ball in the dirt for strike 3. Throw on the first from Nowak is in time, and there's one away. A good bounce back there from Lowe to get the strikeout. So he got Krocko to chase that one in the dirt. As there's one away, and it brings up Jake Myers. Myers, his first time up, walked. Then retired on the double play ball. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. Again, misses in the dirt, and it's a 2-0 count. Myers walked on 4 pitches his last time. He swings and misses on that one, and it's now 2-1. Going to say, second straight time, he's up in the count 2-0. He swung and missed there, now 2-1. And now that one's inside for ball 3. So Myers has a chance to be on base once again with the walk, up 3-1. And Myers, for the second straight time, is on base with a walk.
Now batting the center fielder, number 8, Michael Kehoe.
That now brings up Michael Kehoe. Kehoe, first time up, got a double. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Has a runner on first with 1 away. That one's in the dirt. Myers is going to second, and there's no throw. So a wild pitch there for the Saints. Allows Myers to now go into scoring position and now give Michael Kehoe an RBI opportunity here as the Dolphins try to increase their lead back up to 2 runs. That one's hit high into right field. And the catch is made by Glinsky and Wright for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24.
So Shendi Ulaj will now come up here with 2 away. Runner on second. Ulaj today is 1 for 1. He sparked that 2-out rally for the Dolphins in the bottom of the third inning with a 2-out single. It would come around to score on the Weigel infield RBI single. He hits this one to second, but it was played by the pitcher low. He steps on the bag and retires aside. Dolphins strand a runner on second. We head now to the top of the fifth inning. Dolphins lead this one 5-4.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. And I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and with like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, "We have a prodigy." So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Top of the fifth inning here at CSI. Dolphins lead is still 5-4. Billy Morris will lead it off for the Saints here. Morris officially is 1 for 1 on the day. Had an RBI hit his last time. He takes that one for a ball, 1-0. Stephen Kalika is still out there for CSI here in the top of the fifth, as that one falls in front of Keogh for a leadoff single. Third hit now of the game for the Saints. And how about this, folks? That looks like it's going to be it for Stephen Kalika. And look who is going to be the one to take him out of the game. Dominic Castiglione and John Esposito going out to the mound, as they will congratulate their fellow senior Stephen Kalika, as he'll be taken out of the game for a new pitcher. It looks like the new pitcher for CSI will be Frank Retzlaff. As Kalika hugging his teammates at the pitcher's mound. That will be all for him, for not only for this game, but for his CSI collegiate career. And the Dolphins will look to get him, hopefully with a big smile at the end of this game with the win. He steps off the mound. Fellow senior Frank Retzlaff is coming in for the Dolphins. They lead this one 5-4.
Now coming in to pitch for the Dolphins.
You can stop to make sure someone is okay. Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
And we are back here from the College Side Island. A new pitcher for the Dolphins is now Frank Retzlaff, as he comes in for relief for the Dolphins. Stephen Kalika was taken out after giving up a leadoff single here in the top of the fifth inning. The last time we will see him here at CSI. Fellow seniors John Esposito and Dominic Castiglione were the ones to take him out of the game. So a very special moment there. John and Dominic also getting some hugs as they went back to the dugout. So obviously this will be also their final games of their collegiate career. And now Frank Retzlaff, who also will be having his final collegiate career game here today, now comes into relief. Dolphins leading this one 5-4. And Retzlaff will look to be the one to keep the Dolphins in front. Saints do have the go-ahead run coming up to the plate and the tying run at first base. Kalika officially today going 4 innings, allowed 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 3 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. So he threw just a little bit over 80 pitches, 82 to be exact. And it's now Frank Retzlaff's game here in the top of the 5th. He checks the runner at first, but he's back in time. Morris is the runner at first. John Simpson, the man at the plate. He represents the go-ahead run as he foul tips that one behind the plate, 0-1. Again, checking the runner at first, and again, Morris is back in time. That one's a high pop-up. Weigel is able to make the play as he had to deal with the conditions of the sun, and he retires the first out of the inning. Brings up now Craig Oliver here with one away. Oliver today officially 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this game. He takes that one for a strike, 0-1. We've seen Retzlaff start a game for CSI this season. I'll look to get CSI at least 2 innings here out of relief. Runner is in motion. Throw from Castiglione to second. It goes into center field. And that's going to allow the runner to go to third base. So now, a runner at 90 feet away for the Saints here. As Morris got the stolen base and it reached on the throw into center field. Dolphins will have the corners in here. That one's grounded to third, but it went off of the leg of Oliver there. That's a foul now. It's still 1-2. Now count goes to 1-2. As Oliver a bit shaken up after that foul ball. Huge chance here for the Saints. That runner on third, 1 away. Potential opportunity for them to tie this game. The 1-2. That one's hit the short. This will bring home the run. Cipolletti throws on to first in time. Run does score for the Saints, and this game's now tied at 5. So Oliver did what he had to do at the plate. Got the ball in play. Dolphins had no chance of getting the out at the plate. Cipolletti had to throw it to first, get the second out. This game now once again is tied. It's now 5-5. As Nowak showed bunt here with 2 away. That one missed for a ball, 1-0. That one misses for a ball, now 2-0. Count now 2-0. That one misses again, and it's 3-0. Three and 0 count. And that one's in there for a strike now, 3-1. Nowak on the day, 0 for 1, has scored a run. And he's now in a count of 3-2. Retzlaff now a strike away from getting out of the inning. That one foul tipped. Retzlaff on the year has appeared in 7 games. Does have the 1 start. 0-1 in the year through 11 2/3 of innings pitched. It's allowed 21 runs, 15 of those earned, 19 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And he's 1 strike away here, getting out of the inning and keeping this game tied. Here comes the 3-2. That one is lined into right field. But Crocco makes the play and retires the side. Saints answer with another run here in the top of the 5th. We now head to the bottom of the 5th inning. This game is tied at 5.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Bottom of the 5th inning here from CSI. Now a 5-5 game between the Saints and the Dolphins. Thomas Martin will lead it off for CSI here. Worked the walk his last time up. He came around to score on the grand slam from Castiglione as he takes a strike there, 0-1. 3, 4, and 5 for the Dolphins here in the inning. That one skips in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. Martin, Vigliotti, and Weigel here for CSI. They look to take back the lead. That one's inside for a ball, now 2-1. That one hit into right field, but foul. The count now goes 2-2. Count now is 2-2 for Thomas Martin here. Did he go? He did. Strike 3. And Martin visibly frustrated by that, as there's one away.
Number 44, A.J. Vigliotti.
Brings up A.J. Vigliotti here with one away. Vigliotti still does not have an official at bat in this game, has walked both times up at the plate. As he takes that one for a strike, 0-1. Now it misses for a ball high, 1-1. Count now going to 2-1 for Vigliotti here. Two one. On the outside for a strike, now 2-2. There's some action up in the Saints bullpen. 2-2. And that one is called for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lowe here, and there's now 2 away.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Vincent Weigel.
Now we'll bring up Vincent Weigel here with 2 away. Weigel today 1 for 2. Had an RBI infield single his last time up. Takes that one on the outside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Misses inside now, 2-0. Looks like that is number 12 up in the Saints bullpen. That one misses high for ball 3. Samuel Worthen, it looks like, up in the Saints bullpen. Count is 3-0 for Weigel. And Lowe misses with 4 straight. And it's a 2-out walk for Weigel.
Now batting the catcher, number 20, John Castiglione.
And here comes John Castiglione, his first at bat. It's a big-time grand slam his last time up. Actually, this might be it. And I think it is going to be it. Castiglione made the walk out to the plate, but he's going to be taken out, ladies and gentlemen. And for the final time in his CSI career, John Castiglione will be taken out. It'll be Nick Campese coming in to pinch hit for the Dolphins. And what an impact on this game Castiglione made. The grand slam to give the Dolphins a 5-3 lead at that time. He made an unbelievable diving catch behind home plate to retire the side in the top of the 4th inning. And his CSI career is now officially over. And it'll be Nick Campese coming in for CSI here with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner still on first for the Dolphins.
Now coming into the picture for your Dolphins, number 5, Nick Campese.
Tough shoes to fill for Campese here. Comes in with 2 away. Runner on first. We're going to make a big impact right here. Try to give CSI back the lead, or at least put Weigel into scoring position for Nick Cipolleti on deck. Hits that one foul. 0-1. Count 0-1. Campese swings and misses for a strike now, 0-2. Count now 0-2. As Lowe checks the runner off, steps up to the mound. Keeps Weigel off at first base. Count is still 0-2. Campese hits this one up the middle. It goes off for Morris. Going to be a tough throw to first, and he's in there. We'll see how they scored that. That one took a weird bounce for Morris, and he's again shaken up on the play. We saw him earlier down. Goes up as a hit for the Dolphins. Morris will stay in the game. See if we get a better look. It just took a weird bounce on the play.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Nick Cipoletti.
Goes down as the Dolphins' 5th hit of the game. And now Nick Cipoletti comes up with first and second, 2 away. And a base hit here would give the Dolphins back the lead. Another fellow senior looking to make his impact on this senior day. 2 away, first and second for the Dolphins. He hits this one, but it's a little blooper to third. Catch is made by Colbert to retire the side. Dolphins strand 2 runners on base. We now head to the top of the 6th. It's tied at 5 apiece. Top of the 6th inning here at CSI. Game remains tied at 5 apiece, as Frank Retzlaff is on for a second inning of relief. Just with that one in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Simeon, Crook, and Glinsky coming up for the Saints here, as he swings and misses for a strike, 1-1. So John Castiglione get pinch hit in the previous half inning. So his day is done. Nick Campese now behind the plate as that one is hit up the middle. Cipoletti going to make a tough play to first. Did not get him in time. Great effort from Cipoletti there, but it's going to be ruled down as an infield single. Cipoletti had to go a long way on that one. Try to get the out at first, but just did not get it in time. And the Saints now have the go-ahead runner at first base. And a potential bunt opportunity here for Dylan Crook. Weigel is in at third, and Crook did show bunt for a second. That one was in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Crook looking to put Simeon into scoring position with a bunt potentially again. And he's not hesitating here. He shows it. Now it's on the outside, and Retzlaff's behind the count now, 2-0. Two and 0 the count now for Crook. Again showing bunt. And this one's in there for a strike now, 2-1. Count now 2-1. As Retzlaff checks the runner, and Vigliotti saving that one from going over his head. As the count now still remains 2-1. Almost could have been disaster right there for the Dolphins. 2-1. Crook again showing bunt. And he hits it foul. And now the count goes to 2-2. So now with a 2-strike count, gotta believe Crook will not show bunt here. He'll be swinging away unless it's out of the zone. Count now 2-2. He lips to the third. It's a base hit. Almost a great diving play by Weigel, and it gets past Ulaj. That's going to allow the runner to score Zimian. Crook is going to stand into second with an RBI double, and it's now a 6-5 lead for the Saints. Weigel almost made an unbelievable play at third base, but it just went right past him. And it's now a 6-5 lead for D'Youville. As they are looking to play spoiler here on Senior Day here at CSI. Now the 5th hit of the game for the Saints. That one misses inside, ball 1. Jeremy Glinsky is up as we go back to the top of the order for D'Youville. Right now, no action up in the CSI bullpen. So that one's hit into right field. A long run for Crocco, and it just goes foul. Just by a couple of inches. If that one was to stay fair, it would be the 7th run for the Saints. Cal will now be 1-1. That one's chopped to third. Weigel checks the runner. He throws it to second, and they got him. And that's a bad base running mishap for the Saints right there. And a costly out number 1 and a heads-up play by Weigel.
Now batting the third baseman, number 40, Blaze Colbert.
That brings up now Blaze Colbert. See right here quickly on the replay. Good job by Weigel. Saw the runner, checked him at second, and threw it to the second baseman Myers to record the first out. Runner is in motion, and they did not get him in time. So once again, the Saints will have a runner in scoring position as Glinsky steals the base right there. D'Youville looking to add to their lead. Blaze Colbert on. 0-1. He swings and misses for strike 2. Now an 0-2 count for Retzlaff here, looking for a huge strikeout for the second out of the inning. As he misses with that one in the dirt. Now 1-2. Looks like that's Angelo DeFilippis up in the Dolphin bullpen. The 1-2, and that one's fouled off. Count will remain 1-2 for Colbert. 1-2. That one misses on the outside for ball 2. Retzlaff trying to prevent another run from coming in. The 2-2. And that one's on the outside for strike 3. That is a major out number 2 for the Dolphins right there. As Retzlaff got Colbert to look on that one. And it will now be up to Ethan Hammond to continue the inning for the Saints. Hammond on the day is 0 for 2 with a walk. Has scored a run. First pitch from Retzlaff is in there for a strike, 0-1. Most likely will be Retzlaff's last inning as a Dolphin. That one misses for a ball now, 1-1. Good pitch there from Retzlaff, and it's now 1-2. So Retzlaff a strike away from getting out of the inning, keeping the Dolphins within 1 run. The 1-2. That one's chopped to second. Myers plays it on a hop. He throws it to first in time to retire the final out of the inning. Saints attack for another run. We now head to the bottom of the 6th. D'Uva leads this one, 6-5. Michael Crocco will lead it off for CSI here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Saints have regained the lead. It is now 6-5 here. Dolphins will have Crocco, Myers, and Keogh up in the inning. Sala misses for a ball, 1-0. Crocco today 0 for 2. Love a big hit here, or at least get on base. Sala misses for a ball, now 2-0. Crocco, another member of the Dolphins, that will be playing in his final game today of his collegiate career. And he is quickly up in the count now, 3-0. Correction, one of those pitches was called for a strike. Count now 2-1. And Crocco swung and missed at that one in the dirt. Now the count goes to 2-2. Crocco hits this one up the middle. And it took another hop. And once again, the Dolphins are gifted a base hit off the hop. It's now their 6th hit of the game. And you got to feel for Morris at this rate. That's another play in which it looked like he was going to be able to make the play. And it just took a weird hop into center field. And now that's going to do it for Michael Crocco. So Crocco gets on with the single. And that will be all for his CSI career here. He's replaced on first base by fellow senior Angel Santiago. As Michael gets some hugs from his CSI teammates, as well as getting some cheers from the CSI faithful here. So another base hit for another senior here on senior day. And now the Dolphins have the tying run at first base. And a chance for Jake Myers. Something into the gap. Myers still does not have an official bat in this game. He's got on base twice via the walk. He's up in the count early, 1-0. Check Santiago at first. He's back in time. Santiago will be the new right fielder for the Dolphins once this inning concludes. This will also be his final collegiate game, so he'll get a couple innings. As Myers showed bunt on the outside, and he's once again up in the count, 2-0. Third straight time he's been up in the count, 2-0. Looking to get on base once again here. 2-0. That one's chopped down the third base line. This is going to stay. Is that going to stay fair? And it goes foul. The Saints waited until the very last minute for that one to go foul. That one almost could have been an unbelievable infield single for CSI. Lowe waited until the very last second to pick up that ball. When it went into foul territory, as the count now goes 2-1. Two and one now the count. And that one's called for a strike to now even it at 2-2. Two and two now to Myers. And that one missed way outside. Now 3-2. I'd be very curious to see what the Dolphins send Santiago on this play. Potential hit and run. Or try to get low offset and throw a ball. They do not. And Myers is once again on with a walk. He's now reached base 3 times in this game, all via the walk. And that might lead to a pitching change for the Saints. And that will indeed lead to a pitching change. Dolphins will have the top of the order coming up. They'll have first and second, and they'll be facing a new pitcher. It'll be Samuel Worthen coming up in for the Saints. As Worthen looks to protect the 6-5 lead for D'Youville. Worthen on the year has appeared in 19 games, has a 2-1 record, 7 saves on the year, which leads the team. Has pitched in 26 1/3 of an inning. He's allowed 16 runs, 13 of those earned, 10 walks, and 18 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .267 against him. So the Saints are going to the most trusty reliever out of the bullpen here early on. Leads the team in saves, and they're looking to get some good innings out of him. 6-5 to score. First and second for the Dolphins. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back. CSI threatening to try to tie this game. Michael Keogh is up for CSI. First and second, nobody out. The Dolphins looking to tie this game. Santiago at second, Myers at first. He shows bunt, and it misses high for a ball. You mentioned Samuel Worthen now, the new pitcher for the Saints here. He's coming in with a tall task with first and second, and the CSI top of the order coming up. That one misses again. And Keogh is up early in the count now, 2-0. And a walk here would be very dangerous considering that the Dolphins have Ulaj on deck. 2-0. Again showing bunt, and again it misses high for ball 3. So Keogh has shown bunt in all 3 of these pitches, and Worthen has missed badly with all 3, and now it's 3-0. And Keogh was on with a 4-pitch walk. So the Dolphins will now have the bases loaded, nobody out, and Shendi Ulaj coming up with a huge at-bat. Will they keep him in the game? It could be his final at-bat. He will stay in, and what a big pressure situation here on Senior Day. He takes that one for a strike, 0-1. Ulaj has the bases loaded, no one out. A single could give the Dolphins back the lead. Now a miss for a ball, 1-1. Something for the Dolphins to contend with. Worthen is a sidearm pitcher, so an interesting windup from him. He now has a 1-1. That one's in there for a strike now, 1-2. Corners are in for the Saints, trying to prevent the tying run from scoring. It's a 1-2 for Ulaj. And that one misses for ball 2. Two and 2 the count. Bases are loaded for the Dolphins. Ulaj hits this one into right field. Will it stay fair? It does not. And if Glinski was to catch that one, that would have allowed the Dolphins to bring home the tying run. So the Saints are actually very fortunate that he did not catch that one, as it gives Worthen another chance of a strikeout potentially. Count will remain 2-2. Shendi would love to end his CSI career with a big hit right here. 2-2. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. And what a pitch we got coming up right here. Bases loaded, no one out, full count, 3-2. Ulaj could potentially get on with a walk to tie the game to 3-2. And he swings and misses for strike 3. A huge out number 1 for the Saints right there, as Worthen gets Ulaj to strike out in what could be one of his potential final at-bats here at CSI. And now brings up Thomas Martin. Martin on the day is 0 for 2, has scored a run. Trying to bring home that tying run from third, as he takes a half-hearted swing and misses for strike 1. The Saints are a double play ball away from getting out of this inning. That one is hit into right field. Will that fall into fair territory? It does! Santiago rounding third. Does he score in time? He does not! I don't know about that one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he had the bait. I don't think he had his foot on the base. That's a close call. Now, the home plate umpire blocks the view of the if the catcher was there in time.
Now batting the first baseman, number 44, A.J. Vigliotti.
That is an unfortunate play for CSI right there. Now 2 away. We'll try to get a second look at that when we have a chance. What a big break for Dieuville there. Now they're 1 out away from getting out of bases loaded, nobody out. As Vigliotti took that one for a ball, 1-0. Here's a quick look. That was a great throw from Glinsky. It didn't look like the catcher got his foot on the base. I'll try to get a better look at that again as that one misses for ball 2. And you can't really blame Santiago on the play. Didn't know that was going to stay fair or if the right fielder Glinsky would make the catch. That one's hit over the left field, over the shortstop. It's a base hit. The Dolphins will take the lead. It's a 2-run single for A.J. Vigliotti, and CSI leads this one now 7-6. That one blooped over the shortstop Morris's head, and the Dolphins are able to take the lead on the 2-run single from Vigliotti. A.J. Vigliotti adds to his team lead in RBIs with that bloop 2-run single into left center field. That one's hit the short. Morris will flip it to second to retire the side. But not before the Dolphins answer with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We now head to the top of the 7th. Dolphins lead this one 7-6. Billy Morris will lead it off for the Saints here. It looks like Mike Morrow is going to give Frank Retzlaff his send-off as he'll be taken out here in the top of the 7th inning. So Retzlaff's career ends here for the Dolphins. Or is he going to stay in the game? I think the rule is he has to pitch to at least 1 in the inning. I could be wrong. That's what it looked like the umpire signaled. So I believe he has to throw 1 pitch to get taken out. So he'll throw 1. Hopefully for the Dolphins' sake, it does not go the wrong way. Here's the pitch. And it misses for a ball 1-0. So it looks like he's going to stay in for the at-bat. That one's in there for a strike. Retzlaff right now in line for the victory after the Dolphins regained the lead on the 2-run single from A.J. Vigliotti. Hopefully no commentators jinx there, as Retzlaff looking to keep the Dolphins on top. That one's hit a mighty way into center field. Keogh tracks it down, makes the play, and records the first out of the inning. And now Frank Retzlaff will get his final send-off here at CSI. John Simpson will be the batter for the Saints, and he'll be facing a new pitcher for CSI. And for the final time in his CSI career, Frank Retzlaff will be taken off the mound as he is greeted to cheers here from his teammates and from the rest of the CSI faithful here at the College of Staten Island. And he'll be replaced by another fellow senior, Kevin Ryan.
Now coming into the Dolphins, number 1, Kevin Ryan.
Now we were told Kevin Ryan would get one batter in this game due to his injury, and then will be taken out of the game. So Ryan will get one official at bat, and then will be taken out. After that, for Ryan, it will only be his third appearance of the season due to the injury. He's pitching 2 2/3 of an inning, has allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned 4 walks and 2 strikeouts, as he looks to end his CSI career by getting the second out of this inning. Frank Retzlaff being greeted by his teammates, by the CSI dugout, getting congratulatory hugs. And he's hoping to potentially get the win here today for the Dolphins. John Simpson will be the batter that Ryan faces here. Last time we saw Kevin Ryan pitch was against Caldwell University on March 5th. I believe those were the games at Staten Island Community Hospital Park, as his first pitch was fouled off by Simpson 0-1. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Now we saw Angelo DeFilippis warming up in the Dolphin bullpen. You would have to think after this at bat, he'll be the new pitcher for CSI. 1-1 from Ryan. Inside for a ball, now 2-1. Ryan getting cheered on by his teammates and the faithful here at CSI, the 2-1. Now once hit foul, and he's now got a 2-2 count. 1 strike away. And if he were to get a strikeout, folks, the ovation he might get will be very loud. 2-2 from Ryan. Does he get it? They do not, and the fans wanted that one. Inside pitch, and it's now 3-2. His teammates want a strikeout. The fans want a strikeout. Will he get it here on 3-2? Does not, and it's ball 4. And I believe that's going to do it for Kevin Ryan. Ryan definitely wants to stay in this game, but Mike Morrow, it looks like he's going to make the pitching change, and that is going to do it for Kevin Ryan's CSI career. Angelo DeFilippis will be the new Dolphin pitcher here in the top of the 7th, with a runner on first for the Saints as Kevin Ryan steps off the mound for the final time in his CSI career.
Now from the pitch for the Dolphins, number 15, Angelo DeFilippis.
And Kevin Ryan is greeted with cheers from the CSI fans and is hugged by his CSI teammates as he heads toward the CSI dugout. And it's now up to Angelo DeFilippis here with a runner on first and 1 away to try to hold on to this 7-6 lead for the Dolphins here in the top of the 7th inning. We will take a quick commercial break as DeFilippis is warming up to get ready for the top of the 7th. CSI leads this one 7-6. Angelo DeFilippis, the new pitcher for the Dolphins here in the top of the 7th inning. Saints have a runner on first and one away. Go-ahead run at the plate for D'Youville. That go-ahead runner will be Craig Oliver. Oliver today is 0 for 3, does have an RBI to his belt. DeFilippis on the year has appeared in 6 games, has started 2 of those, has 0-3 through 8 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 21 runs, 18 of those earned. And that one is hit into left field, and that one is over the wall for a home run. A 2-run homer for Craig Oliver, and D'Youville is back on top. It's 8-7. That one just kept carrying into left field. And on the first pitch from DeFilippis out of the bullpen, it's a 2-run homer for Oliver to give D'Youville back the lead, 8-7. Other than the D'Youville dugout, who is very happy right now at the moment. Silence from the CSI faithful after that one. As that one swing gives the Saints back the lead. Hunter Nowak now the batter for D'Youville here. And he's quickly up in the count now 2-0. That one misses for ball 3. That one's called for a strike now, 3-1. And that one misses for ball 4. So a 1-out walk there for Nowak. That brings up Alex Zimian here. We'll see if he potentially lays down a bunt here. Has been swinging very good in this series against the Dolphins. So that one misses inside for a ball, 1-0. I do see Alex Martinez starting to get loosened up by the Dolphin bullpen. Looks like he might be the next man in line for CSI, as the count now is 2-0. And DeFilippis is now down the count 3-0. A 3-0 count for DeFilippis here. He's looking to find the strike zone. And he gets it there. It's 3-1. Zimian thought that was ball 4. Three and 1. That's lined down the first base line, but it's foul. That one's into right center field. That's a base hit. That might bring the runner home from first, and it definitely will now as it took a bad bounce on Kehoe. And it's now a 9-7 lead for the Saints on the RBI double from Alex Simeon. Simeon drilled that one into right center field. And it took a bad bounce once it got out there, and Kehoe was not able to make the play. Would not have mattered either way, as the Saints attack for their 9th run of the game. We have now Dylan Crook here. Weigel playing in at third base as there's a strike 0-1. That is Alex Martinez warming up in the CSI bullpen. The 0-1. That one again hit into right center. Long run for Santiago. He makes the play for the second out of the inning. So the Dolphins do record the second out of the inning there on the fly ball to right field. And are 1 out away from keeping this a 2-run game. Brings up Jeremy Glinsky here with 2 away. Half swing from Glinsky there, misses for a ball, 1-0. Runner is in motion to throw to third. Not in time. So Simeon is on third base with a stolen base. And now the Saints have a runner 90 feet away from scoring. One count. Swung on and missed. And I think there was catcher's interference. And the Saints have scored for the 10th time today. I believe that's what the call was on the field. Either that or a balk. I'm not 100% sure. The run comes in. The count still remains 1-1. And that one in the dirt now makes it 2-1. A weird way to score the 10th run of the game for the Saints, but they'll take it. They now have a 3-run lead once again. And it's now 3-1. In the dirt for ball 4. So Glinsky is on with a 2-out walk. And brings up Blaze Colbert. Inning will continue for the Saints. And now 10-7 lead for Dieuville, as they've scored 4 here in the top of the 7th inning. That one missed for a ball, now 1-0. Dolphins will once again have to come back from a 3-run deficit. They're looking to keep it that way as there's a strike, now 1-1. That one is lined into left field. It's going to be a base hit. That might be extra bases. Ulaj will cut it off. He'll throw it into second to prevent an extra base hit. And it will now be first and third for the Saints with 2 away. And Ethan Hammond will have a chance to open this game up for Dieuville. He's got first and third with 2 away. It's now the 8th hit of the game. That one was in there for a strike, 0-1. Misses high, 1-1. Half swing there. Misses for a ball, 2-1. Alex Martinez is ready when needed. That one misses in the dirt for ball 3. Three and one now the count. DeFilippis is a ball away from loading the bases. And he got a strike there. It's 3-2. Hammond thought that was ball 4. So he threw the bat towards the dugout. Colburn now will be in motion at first base. Count 3-2. He's in motion. Ground ball to second. Takes a good bounce. Myers will throw it onto first to retire the side. But not before the Saints attack for 4 runs here in the top of the 7th. We now head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Deauville leads this one, 10-7. Nick Campese will lead it off for the Dolphins here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Deauville regaining the lead in the top of the 7th as they score 4 runs to now take a 10-7 lead. Dolphins for the second time in this game are down 3 runs. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0. Campese earlier pinched hit for John Castiglione and reached on an infield single. Dolphins could use another single here as they try to spark a rally as he's quickly up in the count 2-0. Samuel Worthen came in relief the last inning, stays in here in the bottom of the 7th as he gets Campese to swing and miss at that one, now 2-1. Dolphins had bases loaded, no outs in that previous inning, were only able to muster 2 runs. That could be the difference of this game if they're not able to come back. So that one's in there for a strike now, 2-2. Dolphins still have 9 outs to play with. A 2-2 count here for Campese. And you can see Nowak thought that was strike 3. Deauville certainly thought that was strike 3. And it's now full count at 3-2. And that one is swung on and missed for strike 3. Nowak will now be able to make that turn to third, and there's one away.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Nick Cipollini.
Brings up now Nick Cipoletti here. Dolphins could really use a spark here in the later innings of this game. A lot of their damage today has been done with 2 outs. Cipoletti is quickly up in the count 2-0. That one chopped foul, now 2-1. After Cipoletti, it will be Angel Santiago getting his first plate appearance of the day. Two 2-1. Misses high for ball 3. So Cipoletti up in the count 3-1. As the Dolphins try to get a 1-out base runner. And he hits that one foul to now make the count 3-2. So it'll be a full count for Cipoletti here. 3-2 with 1 away. And a beautiful breaking ball from Worthen for strike 3. Cipoletti did not like the call at the plate there. And there's now 2 away.
Angel Santiago.
So back-to-back strikeouts for Worthen here in the bottom of the 7th. And for the first time in this game, we now see Angel Santiago batting. As we saw him pitch run earlier for Michael Crocco. That one misses inside for ball 1. Angel's been big in this series for the Dolphins. As he hits this one to second. Simeon will flip it over to first to retire the side. Dolphins go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th. Duville leads this one 10-7. Billy Morris will lead it off here for the Saints in the top of the 8th inning. They lead this one 10-7, and they'll face a new pitcher for the Dolphins. Alex Martinez is in for CSI. Give you his stats in a second after this first pitch. As Morris hits this one foul. Hopefully that did not hit a spectator. Out. And Morris now hits this one into left field. Catch is made it by Ulaj for the first out of the inning. Looks like everyone is okay. That's a good sign to see here. John Simpson now coming up for the Saints. Martinez on the year. He's pitched in now his 14th appearance of the season today. Has started one game. Does have 3 saves on the season. As that one's a ground ball to Weigel. Going to be a tough throw to first. He gets it in time for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman number 1, Craig Oliver.
Martinez got that 3rd save in the first game of the series on Friday. As Dolphins held on in that one 6-5. Martinez on the season has pitched in 20 innings. He's allowed 18 runs, 14 of those earned. 11 walks and 26 strikeouts. He's 1 out away here from getting a 1-2-3 inning. Ground ball to Myers. Makes a nice slide. Throws it on to first to retire the side. Saints go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. D'Youville leads this one 10-7. Jake Myers will lead it off here for the Dolphins in the bottom of the 8th inning. They trail this one 10-7. Myers has been at bat 3 times in this game, has walked all 3 times. The Dolphins could certainly use him on base right now, trailing by 3 runs, down to their final 6 outs. Ground ball to short. Morris will throw it on to first. 1 pitch, 1 out for D'Youville here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So that potentially could have been the final at-bat in Jake Myers' CSI career. Dolphins will need a rally. So here comes Michael Kehoe back to the top of the order for CSI. Kehoe today is 1 for 3. As he had to duck out of the way on that one for a ball 1-0. Count now going to 2-0. Dolphins try to give the middle of their order some runners on base. Is action up in the Saints bullpen. As that one's called for a strike, now 2-1. Count now is 2-2 for Michael Kehoe here. Worthen has done a good job out of the bullpen for D'Youville so far. And right on cue, he hits Kehoe. And the Dolphins now have a runner on first base.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Shendy Ulash.
So if Ulash is able to get on here, he could bring the tying run to the plate for CSI. Ulash was one of 5 Dolphins to score in that bottom of the 3rd inning, in which CSI scored 5 runs. And that one misses high and in for ball 1. This could also be Shendy Ulash's final at-bat here with CSI. Would love to do something here. And he does, as he gets a base hit into right field. And what potentially could be his final at-bat as a Dolphin, Shendy Ulash is on with a 1-out single.
The designated hitter, number 33, Thomas Morton.
And we are very accustomed to seeing Ulash hitting it the other way. Does exactly that. Hits it into right field for the single. And he's going to be taken out of this game, as that will be it for his CSI career. Brian Burkhead will be the one that replaces him at first base. But Shendy gives the Dolphins a chance now. They'll have first and second, one away. Thomas Martin will have a chance to tie it with one swing, as Shendy is cheered on by his CSI coaches, teammates, and all of his family and friends here at CSI, as he exited the field for the final time here at the College of Staten Island, as he delivers the Dolphins' 9th hit of the game. Saints will have a mound visit here for Worthen. This is a big-time spot for Martin. Martin today is 1 for 3, and with one big swing could tie the game. Shendy Ulash hugging his teammates toward the CSI dugout. You know, Shendy would love to see CSI coming out on top with a win today. Here comes Martin to the plate. He hits this one to short. Could be a double play ball. There's one. On to first. It's another double play turn by the Saints. 6-4-3 double play turn by Morris to then to Oliver, and then to the first baseman Simpson to retire the side. Dolphins strand 2 runners on base. We'll head to the 9th inning. D'Youville leads this one 10-7. Top of the ninth inning here at CSI, and the Dolphins will have 3 substitutions here, as 3 of their graduating seniors will be coming off the field for the final time today. Nick Cipoletti at short is replaced by Joe Solito. Anthony Sotera will replace second baseman Jake Myers. And Anthony Iraci will replace Angel Santiago in right field, as Santiago, Cipoletti, and Myers will all exit the field for the final time here as a CSI Dolphin. Their team trailing 10-7 here in the top of the ninth inning, as they get their hugs from their teammates towards second base, and now will make their way towards the CSI dugout to be greeted by the rest of their teammates and the rest of the fans here at CSI.
Now coming into the field for the Dolphins, number 13, Joe Solito. Number 17, Anthony Iraci. And number 11, Anthony Sotera.
So Sotera, Solito, and Iraci are in for CSI. Cipoletti, Santiago, and Myers exit the field for the final time. And they're hoping to maybe end this with a win. The Dolphins will have a chance in the bottom of the ninth inning. Alex Martinez will try to keep this a 3-run game going into that bottom of the ninth inning to give CSI a chance to tie it or walk it off. As Hunter Nowak swings and misses at the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. That one misses high for a ball, now 1-1. Count now goes to 2-1. Now it's in there for a strike now, even in the count at 2-2. If the Dolphins are able to keep this a 3-run game, Vigliotti, Weigel, and Campese up in the bottom of the ninth inning. That one is hit into left field, and it drops in for a base hit. It fell right in front of the new left fielder, Brian Burkhead, and Hunter Nowak is on with a leadoff single. So the Saints looking for some insurance runs here in the top of the ninth inning, as Alex Zimian now comes up for the Saints. Zimian's had himself a good day at the plate. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs already batted in. Runner is in motion. Throw from Campese is not going to be in time. It goes into center field, and that will allow Nowak to go to third base. So the count will be 0-1 for Zimian. That will go down now as the third error for CSI, as Nowak is now on third, 90 feet away from scoring the 11th run for the Saints. And Zimian drills that one into right center field. It's a base hit, and it will get past Iraci. Zimian is into second standing. It's an RBI hit for Alex Zimian, and it's now an 11-7 lead for the Saints. We'll see if they give that a double or a single and an error on the play. I tend to think Zimian was running all the way, so I would say that's a double on that one. Runner now on second for D'Youville Hill for Dylan Crook, as Nick Campese will talk with his pitcher Alex Martinez here, try to give him some encouragement as the Dolphins try to keep this game within reach going into the bottom of the ninth inning. All right, Fiore now starting to get loosened up in the Dolphin bullpen, as Martinez misses with that one, 1-0. The 1-0. In there for a strike now, 1-1. Look over to the runner at second, the 1-1. Misses high for ball 2. Now a 2-1 count here for Martinez. Now one's chopped to third, and it goes foul. Count now going to 2-2 here. For the Saints center fielder, Dylan Crook. Crook just getting a piece of that one as it goes foul. Keep the count at 2-2. Two and two once again. That one is blooped into center, but it will stay in play for the shortstop, Salido, and there's one away. I'll bring up the top of the order for the Saints and Jeremy Glinsky. Glinsky 0 for 2 on the day, does have 2 walks, and has also been hit by a pitch. Also has a stolen base. Looking for his first official hit here today. So that one missed inside for a ball, 1-0. Line foul into right field, 1-1. Count now 1-1 for Martinez against Glinsky. And Glinsky hits this one into center field. But the catch is made by Keogh in center, and there's now 2 away.
Now batting the third baseman, number 40, Blaze Colbert.
So Blaze Colbert would now come up with 2 away here in the top of the 9th. After giving up that RBI double, Martinez has responded with 2 quick outs. Well, to get the final out here to get the Dolphins a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning. So that one misses low for ball 1. This is on the outside. Now it's 2-0. Two and 0 count for Martinez here against Colbert. And it misses high for ball 3. Ethan Hammond on deck for the Saints. If Colbert were to walk here, has a 3-0 count. Now it's in there for a strike, now 3-1. That one is lined into left center field. But Burkhead is there to record the final out of the top of the 9th inning. Saints answer for one more run. They add some insurance going into the bottom of the 9th. They lead this one, 11-7.
You know I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials, check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
A.J. Vigliotti will lead it off here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Dolphins now trailing this one by 4. 11-7 is the score as he takes the first pitch strike 0-1. Dolphins down to their final 3 outs of the season here. Looking for a big-time rally. So that one misses for a ball, 1-1. Vigliotti already has a 2-run base hit to his belt today. We'll get on base again here. He's now down the count 1-2. A 1-2 count now for Vigliotti. Pitch from Worthen. That one is grounded up the middle. Nice stop by Oliver. He'll throw it on to first, and there's one away. And the Dolphins are now down to their final 2 outs of the season here. So that brings up Vincent Weigel.
Number 9, Vincent Weigel.
The Dolphin season coming to an end. That also is bringing us here at CSI Sportsnet to an end. Next time we'll be live here, I believe, we'll be in the summer for CSI Soccer. So it'll be a few months off here from the College of Staten Island for us. Barring what does happen in this bottom of the ninth inning. On behalf of all of CSI, we thank you for tuning into each and every game here at the College of Staten Island and inviting us into your homes. We always appreciate any feedback you guys give us. So we enjoy doing all of these games and broadcasting them for you, the viewers at home. A 1-1 count now for Weigel here as he fouled that last pitch off. And he'll foul another one off down, make it 1-2. Another eventful year here at CSI. Overall, as Weigel thought about swinging on that one, and it's now 2-2. Make sure to tune in to the previous Dolphin Pod episode as myself, Joe Foreman, and Lou Matron were on. As Weigel hits that one into right center field, he's going to have himself an extra base hit. Maybe the spark the Dolphins need here in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's a 1-out double for Vincent Weigel. And we'll see Tyler Martinez now checking in as he pinch hits for Anthony Iracy. Nice job by Weigel there. He has another hit to his belt today. Now 2 for 4. For the first time today, we will see Tyler Martinez. He pinch hits here for Iracy. He takes that one in the dirt. Runner is going to third, and the Dolphins will be thrown out. A bit of a hesitation from Weigel on the run. And that's one way to kill the rally. The Dolphins are now down to their final out of the season. You saw it there. Weigel thought about it and waited too long to decide if he wanted to go to third on that wild pitch. And now the Dolphins are down to their final out of the season, as that one's called for a strike now, 1-1. Martinez swings and misses at that one, and the Dolphins are now down to their final strike. Saints are now a strike away from winning this one and splitting this series with the Dolphins. Count is 1-2 for Martinez. And that one is in the dirt for ball 2. Talked about it earlier. The Dolphins have done a lot of damage with 2 outs. If they're going to have any chance here, it's going to have to be with 2 outs, the 2-2. And I think Martinez, he did. He just got a piece in that one to keep the season going for CSI. Cal remains 2-2. Joe talked about it yesterday. The season just flying by for CSI. As that one is ripped into right center field, and that one is going to be extra bases. Tyler Martinez is on with a 2-out double. And that one kind of stings, unfortunately, for CSI, as that would have brought home a run. But they do get on here with 2 away. So Martinez is on second.
Number 13, Joe Solito.
And Joe Solito now comes up here with 2 away. Now, I made a mistake. Tyler Martinez was the one that pitched it for Nick Campisi, who was the catcher. So Campisi's day is done. And now it looks like Tyler Martinez's day is done, as he's going to be pitch run at second.
Number 19, Christopher Hayes.
Christopher Hayes will pinch run at second for CSI. So Martinez gets a double to end his season. We'll see if Joe Solito can continue it going for CSI. As he takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. So I was saying, Joe mentioned yesterday, the season just flew by here at CSI. To think that this season is coming to an end today is unbelievable. I feel like just yesterday we were starting our broadcast for basketball. As Morris boots that one, and the Dolphins still have some life. That's going to be an E6 on Morris there. And now the Dolphins have first and third with 2 away.
Now batting the right fielder, number 17, Anthony Iracy.
And how about this? If the Dolphins can get Iracy on base, they could have the tying run at the plate. There is still some hope for CSI here with 2 away. As Iracy takes that one low for ball 1. If he can get on, it would be Anthony Sotero on deck for the Dolphins. And he hits that one foul, 1-1. Very eventful year here at CSI. We recapped that in the previous Dolphin pod. Be sure to check that out on CSI Sportsnet as well. CSI Sportsnet on YouTube. As that one is fouled, and once again, the Dolphins are down to their final strike. So once again, CSI down to their final strike of the season. Iracy trying to keep it going and get another 2-out rally spark for CSI. 1-2. Again, fouled off. Overall, great day here at CSI. Weather was in good condition. Senior day went smoothly. The Dolphins hoping for a comeback, as that one is in the dirt, and the Dolphins will get home a run. So the wild pitch allows CSI to get their 8th run of the game. It's now 11-8. Also allows Solito to move into scoring position. So, if Iracy can get on, the Dolphins will have the tying run at the plate. 2-2 the count. And that one misses on the outside for ball 3. So Iracy has a 3-2 count here. Can he keep the game going for CSI? 3-2. He hits this one into center field. It's not going to be deep enough, though. Crook is there to record the final out of this one, and the Saints win this one 11-8. And the Saints will end the Dolphins season on a sour note as they take this one 11-8 from the Dolphins. Saints jumped down to an early 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the third inning. The Dolphins, though, responded back. Got a big grand slam from senior John Castiglione in his final game as a Dolphin. But unfortunately, a 4-spot for the Saints in the 7th inning sparked them to a rally, and they were able to hold on for this 11-8 win over the Dolphins here at the College of Staten Island. Final tallies for this game, the Saints finished with 11 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. Dolphins finished their season with 8 runs on 11 hits, 3 errors in this game. For the Saints, they get now their 20th win of the season. They'll finish the year at 20-24. The Dolphins will end their year at 17-26 on the season, just falling short of a postseason berth. But we spoke about it on the Dolphin Pod as well today. There's a lot of encouraging sights for CSI. Obviously, a new roster going into next season. We'll have to see what they do going into next season's bout, as they have a couple of new players that they'll be adding to the roster, obviously with the 11 seniors graduating today. We'll see what has in store for the Dolphins going into the 2024 season, but that is a wrap for the 2023 season, as the Deauville Saints beat the Dolphins here and split this 4-game series with a final of 11-8 here at the College of Staten Island. For everyone here at CSI Sportsnet and here from the College of Staten Island, my name is Nicholas Pavona. I thank you all for tuning in to today's final broadcast here of CSI Sportsnet. We will join you back in the summer for CSI Soccer. Enjoy the rest of your spring and summer, and have a great rest of your weekend.